What's up, internet? My name is TridentLion, and on this video, we're going to be talking about the phrase, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Is that accurate, or is it not? If you're new to this channel, what we have is videos geared to helping you level up through many different book animation summaries, amongst others. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. What if the phrase, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, is only partially correct? And this might make you wonder, why is it only partially correct? What is this guy talking about? You are not the average 5 people you spend the most time with. Now, don't get me wrong. The phrase, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, can still be valid for some people. Contingent on one factor. That factor is influence. Influence is the main factor. And if those 5 people that you spend the most time with are also the people that influence you the most, then yes, you will be the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. But suppose the 5 people you're around the most don't influence you the most. Are you really going to act like them? I don't think so. That's why I think that this entire phrase could use an update. And the update should be that you are the average of the 5 people that you allow to influence you the most. Think about people who wind up in horrible situations, whether they're raised there or they ended up there, and you see these situations of people breaking through that and getting out of it. Because if it was entirely true that people are just the average of who they're around, then people will never have these breakthrough life experiences where they go from having little to nothing, or going from being in poverty or being in dangerous environments to becoming uber successful, liberating themselves out of that environment. I remember I read the book 50th Law by Robert Greene and 50 Cent. And in the book, 50 Cent elaborates on his story of getting out of a dangerous lifestyle neighborhood to pursue more ambitious goals and overall a more successful, better life. Now, if 50 Cent took the phrase, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, to heart, then he might not have achieved the heights of success that he did. In life, you could become surrounded by negative leeches. These are like negative people. They could be your relatives, friends, or even just acquaintances or strangers. Remember, when you encounter negative leeches, you always have a choice. It's a choice of perspective, and you can choose who you allow to influence you. So if those negative leeches are pulling you down, choose to perceive their negativity as their suffering, not your suffering. Choose to distance yourself from those negative leeches as best as you can. Now you might be saying, okay, that's all great, but how do I find or obtain positive and effective influence? The answer is you find a mentor. Virtual mentors if you can't find them in person. Of course, you can go visit that video on my channel. I'll have a link for that video in the description so you can check it out. But to basically put it, when you're looking for an effective virtual mentor, look for someone that's highly successful in your chosen niche that has a similar situation to you. Now, it might not be perfect or exact, but just do your best to find someone that's specific. That way, the content that you can learn from these virtual mentors will be most relatable and effective for your specific situation. And remember, you are the average of the 5 people whom you allow to influence you the most. Not the people you're around. I believe that it is the average of the 5 people whom you allow to influence you the most. So choose your virtual mentors wisely. Choose the people that you allow to influence you wisely and effectively. Choose virtual mentors who are going to help you achieve the heights of your greatest potential. Now, the goal should be to achieve self-awareness. Realize what you're great at and what you love to do more than anything. Capitalize on your strengths and outsource your weaknesses if possible. Ask yourself, who in the world could provide the most possible value to me through their teachings, practices, habits, ideas, rituals, etc. Establish who would be in your dream mastermind and who you would love to learn from. Then consume their content online from the perspective of being a mentee and also a student. Learn, learn, learn as much as you can and as often as you can. And what's more important than just learning and consuming their content is you have to apply what you learn. Take action. Do what they do and do it how they do it. If you want to learn and have it stay in your mind and have it stick, you have to have applied knowledge, not just knowledge. So take action, do what they do when it's valuable for you, and never give up on building the life of your dreams. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, comment below who you feel would be great to have as a virtual mentor. That way we can build somewhat of a community around these type of ideas and concepts. That way you can meet other people that are doing things similar to what you want to do. I hope this video has done the job in helping you level up in some way. And until the next video, remember to always be learning, always be creating, and always be inspired.
And I wanna be your heartbeat tonight. And I wanna be your heartbeat tonight. Oh, and I wanna be your heartbeat tonight. And we could be all that you wanna be if you just let me be your heartbeat.